For today's vlog, we will be talking about the cargo hold smoke detection system. I am currently switching off the fans so that I can show you what is inside this panel. This video might also be useful for all the seafarers. I will show you the end-to-end setup from the nozzle all the way to the CO2 bottles. I will also emphasize the common trouble and the maintenance we are doing as an electrician. Most of the time, crew can only see this in the drawing, so in this video, I will show you the actual one. So come and join me in this new learning. So this vessel has 10 holds, and each hold are equipped with CO2 nozzles, and we have a specific smoke detection system and fixed firefighting equipment for these cargo holds. The smoke detection system starts by continuously sucking air from the cargo hold, which will pass through the nozzle and goes all the way to these pipelines. And this pipeline goes all the way to the CO2 room. As you can see, there is a designated three-way valve for each and every cargo hold, which in normal situation, the air will pass through these hoses and will then pass through this universal drain box, which the moisture and the dirt are being collected in the drain box. And then the hoses will lead you into this panel. So what is inside this panel? Are individual boxes which has a smoke detector sensor. Let us open one box so that you can see what is inside. It's a smoke detector head which is also connected to our fire alarm system. So the sample air will then pass through this box and will process by the smoke detector if you have smoke in the cargo hold or not, and then will pass through this small hole and eventually will be sucked again through this pipe, which this pipe will then lead you into two exhaust fan motor. These motors are running continuously 24/7 and are being switched over by the system automatically every day. That is why you have a continuous airflow on the system from the cargo hold to the smoke detector, through this motor, and all the way to this exhaust pipe. So now I'm going to test one detector, but before that, we need to put the system into test mode. We need to do this so that the fire alarm will not sound to the whole vessel. So in this vessel, the cargo hold smoke detector is in zone 5. I always double check if my disablement is really taken into effect. testing of fire detector is part of our monthly job. So now let's check the line 4, which is the cargo hold number 9. So I'm using the smoke detector spray to activate the alarm. We also need to clean all the drain box every month. We also need to check each and every hoses if they are free from moisture. If moisture is present, then we need to blow through the line. We also need to check the condition of the airflow sensor, which is the common trouble in this kind of system. We also need to check each and every fire detector box to free the system from any contaminants. Most importantly, we need to check the condition of the exhaust fan motor, which I need to remove the rust of this and paint later. In case of fire in the cargo hold, then the fire alarm will automatically be sounded. Of course, the ship will use all the available firefighting equipment to contain the fire. In a worst case scenario, if the fire is still cannot be contained, then the vessel has this so-called last resort. The CO2 fire extinguishing system. It is better to review your instruction manual on how to use this kind of system, as the vessel may have different instruction. To release, we need to open this isolation valve cabinet. Once the box is already opened, then the CO2 alarm will be sounded automatically and the ventilation fan motors will trip automatically as well. If you are inside the cargo hold, you need to vacate the area once the alarm was sounded. And the vessel shall take a head count to ensure that no one is inside the cargo hold. We also need to change over the three-way valve of that specific cargo hold where the fire is. In this vessel, we need to remove all the pin and pull the lever one by one before we can release the CO2. Once released, then the CO2 will then flow in this pipe. Which will pass on the isolation valve which was opened a while ago. It will then pass to the three-way valve and will flow to the same pipeline which we had on the smoke detection system. So this is the pipings on the side passage all the way to each and every cargo holds. Let me bring you to the cargo hold to show you how big and wide they are. We can pile up 9 containers high and 16 side by side. Again, once you are inside the cargo hold and you hear any alarm, then you need to vacate that area. Please also remember that your vessel might have different instruction manual on how to release the CO2 system. I hope you learned something from this video. Please continue to support this channel and hit the subscribe button for more ETO updates.